Hey everybody, welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host Tony T as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you enough time to get those bets in on the primetime games. And that's what we do here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time on the drive-thru, is we give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And do that, well, our professional handicappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Look at this lineup for today. Wow. Star-studded group, no doubt about that. We got Mitch joining us, Joe and Mickle from Las Vegas, Chris Ruffolo, Joe Duffy in the center square as usual spot, and the Shorr doing great work. Big Al McMordie, number one year-to-date over at Pick Dogs. Shane Mickle, and of course, James Clark back to number one in the NBA for this season. All right, here's how they'll line up today. Duffy, Mickle, McMordie, Shorr, Mickle, Clark, Ruffolo, Mitch, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, you checking any of the day baseball today?
And I took a pass on the day baseball. It's apparently taking a pass is what I do, but no, I saved everything for the night. How about you, Tony?
Yeah, I'm in the primetime today. I've got a 3-pack going tonight, so I'm going to be looking at the primetime games tonight. So let's go ahead and get the picks going here. Matter of fact, we're going to get a pick from every NBA playoff game today. As I looked at the sheet, let's get started here with Joe Duffy. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, where he does great work for us. Let's bring him in right now. Joe, how's it going? Oh, we need you off muted. I think you got your mute on there, Joe. We lost your sound. We'll see if we can get the sound going here from Joe Duffy. You can hear me, Chris, right?
I can hear you, Tony.
All right. Looks like, Joe, why don't you sign off and sign back in again? That's probably the way to get it corrected. We'll go ahead and get started here again. We'll welcome in Joe D'Amico. We're going to go to Las Vegas. So, Joe D'Amico, we will take you to lead off the show. Joe, how's it going?
It is wonderful. It's so odd coming in before Joe Duffy. Normally he's like Maris on Mantle, but this is a lot of fun today. Glad to be here. Glad to be here with Mitch, Al, Annie, some of my favorite people, and obviously you and Chris, two of my favorite people on the planet. Proud to be representing Pick Dogs on this beautiful Vegas sunny afternoon.
Absolutely great afternoon today, and of course you're looking at one of the big NBA games for tonight. At 7 Eastern time, the 76ers will host the Wizards. Philadelphia lane 8, total sits here at 229.
Well, Tony, Chris, once again, I'm going to keep this one just as short and just as sweet as I am. And guys, I'm very short and truly sweet. Guys, Washington the entire season possessed one of the NBA's best scoring teams. I mean, they've averaged over 116.6 points per game. They're also one of the league's most competitive squads when it comes to second chance points, where they're ranked 8th on the offensive boards. But when you only get a solid performance from one player, and I'm talking about Bradley Beal in Game 1, by the way, he was outstanding, it's not enough when you face a team like Philly. This team still put up 118 points in the opener in that loss, and they only accounted for 7 offensive rebounds. I look for Russell Westbrook to come in here much sharper, play a major factor, be more productive, while the entire team hits the glass strong. The Wizards have covered 3 or 4 meetings with the 76ers this season, including that season opener. Against the spread, guys, Washington, one of the best teams in the NBA, they are money. 6-0 the last 6 as a road dog, 4-0 the last 4 on 2 days rest, 8-0 the last 8 versus teams with a winning record. I'm taking these points here, and I'm going to take my bookmaker's money. You follow me, and you will too.
All right, Washington Wizards +8 against Philadelphia 76ers. This one will be on NBA TV. All right, Chris, what say you? We know that this Washington team has been a pretty good cover team here past 15 games.
Absolutely, they have. And often that you're going to see a team that shoots almost 56% from the field and still loses a game. But that's why I was leaning towards the points. But I was also going to take a bit of a prop in this one. Last I saw, the Wizards team total was 110.5, and that's just like a low number for what this Wizards team's capable of. They've gone 15-2 to the over the last 17, and if it's at 110.5, they've gone under in 22 of their last 23 games. We know what the Wizards' offense is capable of, so I'd lean towards the points as well as taking the over on the team total.
All right, looking toward the points and the over team total. Wizards +8 here against the Philadelphia 76ers. And, of course, this one with a tip-off time, 7 Eastern time, top of the hour on NBA TV. All right, Joe D'Amico, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. We've done some fantastic work here. Nearly 1,200 units of profit. That's over the past 30 days. We got 3 NBA games. We got a good card from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Tony, I'm very proud of the work I'm doing here at Pick Dogs. They've given me the greatest support in the world. I am climbing that baseball leaderboard, guys. I've won 18 of my last 21 premium releases. That's right, 18-3 the last 21. Too big. winners on the diamond tonight, my 13-2 MLB home run, my 69% crusher. And for 3 months now, I've been at or near the top in winning percentage on NBA leaderboard, guys. 2 big winners there tonight on the hardwood. I've got my NBA best bet and my 53-15-2 Vegas insider move. But I'm very proud that every time I open up my administrative area of the Pick Dogs website to put up my games, about an hour later, I'm finding more and more people are taking advantage of these 2-for-1 handicapper specials. It's a great special. You find 2 cappers that you really like or that you can feel comfortable with. Get them, and I'll tell you, the discounted prices are amazing. I feel every day people are teaming me up with some of the other great cappers here on Pick Dogs. Guys, go with one of those other cappers you see, and me, and I promise you, you'll make twice the amount of money.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Joe Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 1,200 units of profit past 30 days. That is all documented. Go over to Pick Dogs and check Joe's numbers there. You'll be able to see them right there. And, of course, that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Match up Joe with another capper. That 3-7-30L Sports Pass means you'll get every play that Joe releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. You set the terms when you make that purchase over on his profile page. All right, Joe, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, and Chris, thank Mitch. I always love being on the panel. I don't get a chance to talk with him, but I love being on the panel with Mitch and Al and Annie, the whole crew, and everybody out there. Good luck. Have a winning day.
All right, Joe Mickle here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, and then let's see if we can wire in Joe Duffy here, see if we got him back and connected. Usually when you sign off, sign back in, that will correct it. Joe, how's it going?
Yeah, well, the VU meter says my sound's working. Can you hear me, I hope?
We can hear you. We can hear you great.
All right, sounds good. All right, we do have a winner for tonight, Colorado and Marquez plus the 120 against the Mets and Stroman. Look, it's one of the stronger angles. It basically, I take recent odds and see some anomalies and use the odds makers' knowledge against them, and that's plus 937.32 units. Colorado is 3-18 on the road. Now, New York's 12-5 at home, and New York's laying a small number at home. So you're probably saying, oh, my goodness, the Mets, they've got to be an absolute lock, right? Well, no, not exactly. We have an anti-splits angle, and this basic theory crosses sports, especially professional sports. Like I said, in college, the schedules, the home and away schedules aren't always balanced, but especially in professional sports, this basic theory says when you have a team that is substantially better at home than the road team is on the road, and yet there is a small number where, based on, just on the surface, you would think that the home team is a lock. No, quite the opposite. Anti-splits angle that does say go with the road team under those circumstances I just mentioned is plus 160.14 units and a 16.2 ROI. Look, Marquez, 2.37 his last 3. Stroman's getting knocked down a little bit, 5.2 his last 2. So Colorado plus the small number W marks center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here is looking here at this contest, and he's going to be taking here the Rockies at plus. Chris, what say you in this matchup?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I was looking at the total in this one because I was stunned that I saw a total of 6.5 in this game. I mean, even if Stroman goes deep in this game, Marquez has to turn the ball over at some point to the second worst ERA for a bullpen in the major leagues this season. I just think either way you slice it, I could see this game getting well over 6.5 runs. So I was looking at the over in this spot.
All right, Chris, looking here at the over in this spot. All these teams have played rather low-scoring games in the first 2 meetings, but things can change here. And of course, it was the Rockies taking Game 1 of this series at a pretty good price here at plus 125. All right, Joe, we got you here on record here with the Rockies plus the 119. Let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Tonight we've got, good card from Major League Baseball. We have 3 NBA games on the board. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I got 2 big NBA plays tonight, plus Major League Baseball, and I got phenomenal systems that apply to each and every game. And also, like I said, I've been mixing in my simulators where I've tested all the programs that are out there, and a couple that definitely rise above the rest, and where they do the 10,000 simulations, and they are agreeing with my picks tonight. So a lot of cooperation. I looked at the calendar. It's going to be 33 years on June the 1st when I sold my first pick on a 900 number. So been doing this a very long time, and like 33 years in the business in a few days. So I'm doing something right. We're about to have another great NBA playoffs and Major League Baseball as well, but a 3-0 sweep in store for you tonight.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Joe Duffy over at Pig Dog Swim. He's got a 3-0 sweep coming for you here. Get that one-day pass from him. Take those winnings and make that long-term pass, a 3 and 7-day all-sports pass that's available here from Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium. You'll get every play that Joe releases for that period of time when you make the purchase on his profile page. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you, it looks like, next Wednesday.
Yes, that is correct. All right, gentlemen and lady, thank you.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show with Mitch at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, Rod Tawaki, Brian Pillar. Then we got those 3 YouTube member premium shows. Of course, you want more information about those. Fantastic value. Just click the link below. You'll get on board with those. And, of course, the drive-thru. We're here Monday through Friday from you every day Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with the drive-thru. And, of course, as always, those thumbs up, those likes, keep them coming in. It really helps us build our audience, Chris.
Tony, absolutely it does. Like I said yesterday, it lets us know that you guys like what we're doing. All the cappers that we're bringing on, the content that we're putting out. Like I said, we do this for you guys. So just let us know with that thumbs up and those subscriptions, because like Tony said, they help us out a ton. They help us get the content out there for people who may not have seen it before, or people who may have missed a day or something. That it just gets it out there and gets all the content out to people who want to see it. So, but definitely help us out with those likes and subscriptions. We really appreciate all the love and support.
We absolutely do. All right, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. All right, continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome the #1 ranked capper over at Pig Dog Premium for 2021. It's Big Al McMordie. Big Al, how's it going?
Going well. How are you guys doing today?
Going great, going great. Ready for some great NBA playoff action tonight. TNT will televise at 7:30 Eastern Time. The Knicks at home to face the Hawks, looking to even up this series. They're laying 2, total 213.
Yeah, on Sunday, Atlanta took game 1 as a 1.5-point underdog. They won that ball game 107-105, but that was the first win by the Hawks this year versus the Knicks. They were 0-3 in the 3 regular season games. It was also Atlanta's first point spread win against New York in the last 8 meetings between the two. So New York, I look for them to bounce back today. And when you look at the stats this season, New York is the #1 point spread team in the NBA. They went 45-27-1 ATS so far this season. And when you look in the playoffs, if you can get a team that covers the spread 62% of the time or better, those teams at home in the playoffs, going back 31 years, 69.5%. So that bodes well for New York. Even better, Atlanta is now on the road in the playoffs, notwithstanding their win on Sunday. They're 25-51, their last 76 road playoff games. And road teams in the second game of a playoff series, they've covered just 28% of the time if they were not getting more than 2 points. And of course, it's the number right now currently is New York -2. So those are some of the reasons I really like the New York Knicks here. Finally, when you take a look at Atlanta, a team trend, they're 45-74-1 against a spread on the road if they upset their opponent in the previous meeting. So we're going to take New York -2 and look for them to level the series at 1 game apiece.
All right, Big Al here on the Knicks laying 2 against the Atlanta Hawks. All right, Chris, Atlanta need that last second teardrop to go in. But again, it was a bad night from Randall and Barrett. They get their act together. It looks like they can get it done here.
Yeah, and I think, having your hottest shooter, inbounding the ball probably might have a little bit to do with why they maybe didn't get a good shot at the end of that game. But I got to look at the over here. I just think that these are 2 teams that, yes, early series jitters in game 1 may have led to a lower scoring, more defensive, more cautious approach. But in game 2, these teams went over the total, went over 220 in all 3 meetings this season, only getting a number around 212 here. I think the offenses are going to let a little bit more loose here. And we're going to see a game that goes over in the number.
All right, Chris says over. Big Al here on the Knicks laying 2 against the Atlanta Hawks. Start time from this one, 7:30 Eastern Time. Watch it over on TNT. All right, Al McMordie, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work. 4,963 units of profit. That is all documented. #1 the site. We got 3 NBA games on the board. We have some hockey and baseball. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
A lot of stuff going on at Pig Dogs Premium tonight. We've got a triple pack in baseball. We had one baseball play go in the afternoon. It's not yet final. We had the Oakland A's in that ball game. Hopefully they will win. And we are right now 48-28 or last 76 overall. We've got a 3-game package in baseball. I've got a big play in the NBA. And then to round it all out, we've got hockey as well. And folks can go online to the Pick Dog site, get on board. And of course, the best offer of all is to join for a week or for a month and to team me up with one of the other great handicappers here on the 2-for-1 handicapper special at Pick Dogs.
Yeah. All right, guys, got on board with Big Al McMordie, looking to get over 5,000 units. If the Oakland A's can hold on to that 6-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th, looking good there. Document number 1 in 2021 over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get on board with Big Al's plays for tonight, or better yet, get the long-term pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. That 30-day all-sports pass will get you every play from Big Al, from the NBA playoffs, NHL hockey, Major League Baseball, every game that it releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get on board with that 30-day all-sports pass. Add a second capper, even greater savings there. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. Hope I didn't jinx you there with that score. We'll talk with you tomorrow. I've done that before.
Yeah, but you said bottom of the 8th, so as long as it's in the bottom of the 8th, we should be fine. Just one more inning to go.
One more inning to go, no doubt about that. All right, have a great night. Big Dog McMordie here on the drive-thru. Check him out over at Pig Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work. All right, let's continue on our coverage now, and we're going to go ahead and welcome Ann Shorr. You'll find her over at Pig Dogs Premium. She's doing fantastic work there. The year-to-date numbers have been very good. Ann, how you doing? Looking great today.
Oh, thank you, guys. I'm doing well. How are you guys? Welcome to Jersey again.
Welcome to Jersey, the Jersey Shore. Ann Shorr woke up very early to get this pick in. I think she likes this one a lot. Here we go. 10 Eastern time as the Jazz host the Grizzlies. Jazz laying up to 10 now, total 219.
Yeah, I keep watching this line movement, and it's obvious because Donovan Mitchell is supposedly playing tonight. And when you look at the last game, the line movement was or it started at -8, and it's still moved. And that line was set with the intention on him playing. So a lot of people, this is something you see. It's very typical in NBA. It's like type of fortune game where it's like, oh, great, he's coming back. So the public is, excited. They're looking at the patterns. You have the underdogs one, and you see like the Lakers, they come back and win the second game. Same with the Bucks. So people are expecting this. They could definitely have a chance to win. However, I just think the Grizzlies are going to come out and play well tonight. And the nice thing is, like with the Jazz, their last game, they made 12 out of 47 3-pointers. So it's like under 20. They shot under 25%. And I'm expecting that tonight, and you can tell because the total is still set low, and the total has increased because people are taking the over. But I think it will stay low, and the reason is because they're expecting. I think Vegas could be expecting the Grizzlies. The thing that I like about the Grizzlies is they took out the Spurs and the Warriors, so they have a young team, but they're led by one of their main stars over here. And so it's like John Moran and this young team, but they play at this great slower pace, and it just tears apart the Jazz. And so I think we've been riding the Grizzlies since the Spurs, so I'm going to continue to ride them. I think for this, if they do come out and win the series and surprise everybody, it's going to be a 4-3. They have to win this game tonight. But other than that, if they don't, it's just too many points for an NBA game. So I'm going to still go with my Grizzlies here.
All right, Ann's going to go here with the Grizzlies in this one. Of course, the Grizzlies getting generous 10 points here. Chris, when you look at the Memphis Grizzlies, as we talked about, they survived 2 elimination games as the 9 seed, getting away the Spurs. I think that Golden State Warriors win gave them a lot of momentum into that game number 1. The team shows that they're mentally tough. All you got to be is competitive here to cover 10.
Yeah, and it's an underdog role that the Grizzlies have thrived in as late down the stretch. And, they were 10-2 against the spread as an underdog in their last 12 to finish the year. 11-5 when they're getting points against a team with a winning percentage above 600. This is just a good spot for the Grizzlies. The Jazz, I think, are going to be a bit overvalued. They were a hot team coming into the year, and they had that hot stretch over the first couple months of the year. But 16-23 against the spread in their last 39. I'm seeing here 3 of their last 11 they've only covered overall. I've got to take the points with the Grizzlies as well.
Yeah, and of course, Mitchell, all that time off, wasn't ready for game number 1. You always worry about those lower leg injuries and the knee, the ankles, the knees, the sprains. Always concern me here, and we'll see if there's also a rust factor in there with Mitchell too. He looked a little anxious, wanting to play. Might want to try it a little too hard in this game back here. But again, +10 is the play here from Ann Shorr. She's been very good on the show here. Very good year to date over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's take a look at Ann's numbers as we put them up right now. for the year 2021, 1,126 units of profit. That is all documented. Go up there and check out her profile page. You'll see every play she's released. Good card tonight. 3 NBA. We got baseball and hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I have my special, my one and only NBA game. I can't wait. I almost made my game, my premium, my free pick a premium, but this one I love. It's your winner for tonight. We've been doing very well in the NBA playoffs, so don't miss out. It's on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat.
All right, guys, I think I'd Shorr over at Pick Dogs Premium Sports Chat Place. Of course, get on board. You see the numbers here for the year, 1,126 units of profit past, for this season, 2021. So get on board with this big play tonight from the NBA. And, of course, take those winnings and make the upgrade. Go long-term with that 3, 7, and 30 all sports packs. You get every play that Ann releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that length of time. You want even a better value, go make the 2-for-1 capper special. Why don't you match Ann up with Big Al? You can match it with James Clark, who's doing great in the NBA. Pick any capper of your choice. 2-for-1 capper specials right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Ann, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Sounds good, guys.
Let's see you later. All right, Ann Shorr here on the Drive Thru. We'll talk to you a little later in the show as we do the recap. Guys, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. As I said before, at the end of the show, we'll do a complete recap. So if you miss any of the plays, be sure to check out our recap, as we'll give you every pick on the show. All right, let's continue on. I want to update something here, and I want to make this note here to some of the cappers. Unfortunately, the Mets and the Rockies have been postponed. I'm thinking possibly bad weather. And I think, Chris, you're going to have to come up with another pick, my friend, because the Blue Jays-Yankees I show here is postponed.
That's okay. I'll come up with something.
All right, I'll come up with something. Matter of fact, you'll have a break before that. So, again, the Rockies game postponed. Sorry about that. We got Joe Duffy in early on the show. And, of course, that's the only 2 postponements we'll have. But we'll have a pick for you from Chris a little later on his makeup game here as the Yankees has been postponed. I'm guessing rain because of both New York teams home, and there is postponements showing up on my screen. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome Shane Mickle to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Shane does fantastic work. You see him now top actually he's moved with the leaders there for 2021. So let's go ahead and hurry him into the show right now. He also does work for Sports Chat, does some articles up there. Shane, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. All right. Big game tonight here from Major League Baseball, 7:40 Eastern time, has the Astros hosting the Dodgers. Dodgers favored on the road here, $1.40, total of 8.
Yeah, it's a game I keyed in on. I have a premium pick on the side. But it's a game I really like the total, too. This is 2 good pitchers on the mound. Trevor Bauer, everyone knows what he's done this season. It's been lights out. Garcia for the Astros, he's coming off back-to-back wins. Pretty solid when you keep the ball in the ballpark. That has to be a concern going against the Astros here, or against the Dodgers here. But I still think he'll do enough to keep this total low enough. Both offenses are really going to struggle. I also see both guys going deep in the games. So there's not going to be too much concern about the bullpens blowing this one. I'm really surprised that this total wasn't, 7.5, 7. I think the under is the play here, 8.
Under 8 here from Shane Mickle on this one. If you want 8.5, you're going to have to pay about $1.20. Just a few books offering that. Do your shopping there. Get the best number in this one. This one will be on ESPN tonight. All right, Chris, we got Bauer on the hill against Garcia, 2 right-handers. How do you like the under 8 in this one?
I agree on the under 8 in this one. I just say, like Shane said, Trevor Bauer has just been fantastic for the Dodgers this season. And Luis Garcia picked up his first 2 major league wins in his last 2 starts. And now look at him, he's sitting with a 2.53 ERA in his last couple of starts. And it's just been, fantastic. I think that the offense slows down for the Dodgers tonight against Garcia. And I think Bauer continues his torrid pace. So I think we look at another under here.
We'll get another under. I know Bauer had issues getting run support that changed her past couple starts, but of course the Astros here with Garcia on the mound, and of course remember we always talk about this with the injuries, but it didn't help slow down the Dodgers last night, Shane, as they got the win against Greinke.
Yeah, and the offense was really good last night, which is a bit of concern, but I still think it's going to be slow moving for their offense tonight.
Okay, facing Garcia in this one. All right, under here, Dodgers and Astros. This is your TV game on ESPN at 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work here. Past 30 days, 1,865 units of profit. Now, you've reached the leaderboards here in the 2021 as well. So we've got a nice board tonight. 3 NBA, we've got some hockey and some baseball. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I already have a couple winners on the board from the afternoon. Still got a 5-pack left tonight. NBA, NHL, including a 10-star, my first 10-star ever for NHL. And then MLB in a 5-pack, $34.95. And I also have all 3 NBA plays in one package, $29.95. So hop on either of those packages, or hop on something long-term and let's win through the weekend or even the month or the year.
That's right, guys. Getting on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 1,865 units of profit. That's the past 30 days. That is all documented. If you go over to Pig Dogs Premium, you can check them out over on his profile page. All the numbers there are documented. They're transparent for you to check out. Get on board with his one-day pass. And, of course, the long-term pass is your best bet there. 3, 7, and 3rd-day all-sports pass. Every play that Shane releases over at the site for that period of time. 2-for-1 capper special, even a better deal. You get money off that pass when you do that with a 2-for-1. You can match Shane with Big Al, with James Clark. You pick a capper with a 2-for-1 promotion, the best value right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Shane, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
All right, Shane Mickle here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue here on the coverage, guys. Remember to keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in, as we've got more picks coming up. And right now, we're going to go ahead and give, let's see, we're going to give Chris a break right now because it's time to bring in James Clark. And during the break, Chris, you can find a replacement pick because we know that the Yankees and Blue Jays have been postponed, as of the Rockies and the Mets. So we'll do that. We'll get that for you. And by the way, as we wire in here, James Clark, I just want to make note to welcome Rod Zawacki is in the chat room today. Asked your questions for Rod. He's given us a WNBA Aces versus Mercury under 167.5. So we don't have that pick for Joe Duffy with the rain out, but we're going to go ahead and post that one from Rod. The Aces and Mercury under 165.5, and of course, courtesy of Rod Zawacki, who will be on the drive-through on Friday. Of course, you can tune in on every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. He's part of the morning crew. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We're going to give Chris a little break so you can find a pick here for tonight, and let's go ahead and welcome in James. James, how's it going?
Pretty good, Tony. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. All right, let's take a look at your game tonight. We're going Major League Baseball. I already got the NBA before he got in. So we're going here with the Brewers hosting the Padres. Padres road favorites of $1.21. Total sits here at 8.
Well, you look at this game. Everybody knows how the Padres have been playing. And, to get a price like this with Chris Paddock on the mound, I think it's a steal, man. Minus 121. If you look, at the numbers, we'll start with the Brewers. The last 10 games, Brewers 4-6, not even hitting 200. Their batting average is last in the National League. So, they just ain't been hitting the ball at all, and they're going up against a tough pitcher. I know they the last 5 games, I think they won 3 of their last 5. But you got to look at the Padres, what the Padres has been doing the last 10 games. They won 9 of the last 10 games. They've been stroking the ball, almost hitting 300. I'm averaging 300. I think it's 385, 390, almost 300. So I think this is a really steal pick with the Padres. Like I said, all the NBA games was out, so I wanted to give out a good MLB game. And fellas, I think this is a steal. I go and get this and in. I think this is a good winner.
All right, we got James here looking at Padres and Brewers here. And actually, shop, you can actually find here even a better price on the Padres now because I'm seeing minus 113s. I'm seeing different numbers here. Let's see who I got. All right, we got the play from Chris, so he's ready to go with his pick. But anyway, looking here at this Padre line, yeah, you can find 113s at some places. And of course, one thing to note here, James, when you look at the Padres, as you are talking about their bats on the road, they're averaging about 5 runs a game.
Yeah, they are. They're hitting just as good at home or as they are away. It's Padre team. With the big expectations we had from last year. I'm fumbling my words. I'm trying to get it, y'all. But from last year, because they started out real strong, or at the end of the season, they become a playoff team. But I swear, this Padres team is loaded, and they got the pitching and the batting to go with it. I mean, when this team gets rolling like they are now, it's hard to stop them. And I don't see the Brewers stopping them tonight.
Yeah, Padres had some cluster injuries about a couple weeks ago. One thing, everyone got healthy, got really hot again. One thing to note here about the Brewers bullpen, about 5.5 ERA, a high whip, and Lauer is someone who's kind of a spot starter here, making his third start of the season. Probably won't go more than 5, and of course that will expose the Brewers bullpen. And of course, in a game of bullpen, who's been hotter than the Padres bullpen has been outstanding here. You look at the past 10 games. I did research on this team. It was one of the games I considered as well. And I'm with you here, James, on the Padres minus 113. You can shop and find that number against the Brewers. This one will begin at 7:40 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin, where you're doing fantastic work here. You're now back to the number 1 spot in the NBA, nearly 1,700 units of profit. We got 3 NBA games on the board tonight. We got some baseball and hockey. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got a 5-pack going on, and I got all 3 of the playoff games and 2 MLBs that I really love, guys. Go grab my picks. The last 4 days, y'all. I've been killing the NBA. I've won 10 of my out of 14, 10 of the 14. 10 of my 14 last picks I've won in the NBA. So, go grab my playoff pass. The guys that's been messaging me, thank you, man. I appreciate you support. I appreciate y'all for, jumping on my pack and getting them. I'm glad I can put money in your pockets. I'm putting money in my pockets too, because I'm betting these games as I'm giving y'all. So I appreciate y'all, fellas. And let's go get these 5 picks tonight, and let's go 5-0 and put some more money in your pockets, fellas. And also, fellas, I'm in the chat group right now. In here, it's got Tina and Jimmy. I'm at my mom and dad's house. If we get over 60 likes before we get off the air tonight, y'all, I don't know what we are right now. I'll give y'all a free premium pick if we get up to 60 likes. You know what we are right now, Tony?
55. That's
55.
a gimme.
That's a gimme, y'all. 5 more picks. I should have looked at it. Should have said 70. But still, I said what I said. So if we get to it, I'll give y'all a premium pick.
That's right. Get those thumbs up here. Of course, right now we get to 60. You'll get a premium pick there from James Clark in the chat room. Put up the record right now here. Number 1 in the NBA. It's documented 1,695 units of profit. He's got a 5-pack going tonight. Pick that up. And of course, I always say when you get that 1-day pass, make that upgrade with the winning to a long-term pass. The 3, 7, and 30L Sports Pass is the best value there at Pick Dog Stream. You'll get every play that James releases at the site. Or if you just like his NBA picks, he's got the NBA end of the season pass. I think it's about $200. You'll get every NBA play from James now to the end of the finals, which is about 2 months away. So that's a great value there as well. All right, James, as always, have yourself a great night. We're now up to 97 likes. We're up to 97 likes. How quick was that? Now we got 50 likes here in a matter of seconds here. So you'll get that premium pick. Go to the chat room, guys, from James Shorr. We greatly appreciate your work, James. Your dedication to the show, as you're always here for us when we need the coverage. So have yourself a great night. You're doing fantastic work. Keep it up, and we'll talk to you in a couple of days.
I appreciate it, fellas. And it probably won't be an NBA play because we've got guys going on here, but I'll give you one of my MLB plays. Because I ain't going to go against none of the guys and none of the cappers on here if my play's different. So I'll give you MLB play, guys. But it's under Jimmy and Tina. I'll get ready to post it right here as soon as they get off here, guys.
I appreciate it. Up to now 106. So a great 60 likes there from James Clark here. Appreciate it, James. Have yourself a great night. All right, let's continue on here and bring in Chris Ruffolo to the show. Chris, all right, Chris, you had some time to stew over a game. I think you texted me when I was on here with James, and you're ready for your pick. So let's go ahead and well, I can't pull up the game information because it's a different graphic. All right, but you are going to pick this game. I should have known that, right? I mean, we've got
that's
the
all
game.
Right. It's the perils of going live. You can't always plan for Mother Nature, canceling everything out.
Absolutely. Top of the hour here. The Atlanta Braves of Smiley, the left-hander, going to face Boston Pavetta, the right-hander. We've got Boston about $1.38, $1.40 in some spots. Total sits here at 11.
Yeah, this is a game that keyed in on. You know what? Like I said, Mother Nature. She kind of backed me into a corner on this one, which is why I'm going to be giving out a premium here, guys. It don't always happen often, but you're getting it here first. I'm taking the Boston Red Sox tonight. Again, we are getting a fantastic price with the Red Sox, sitting lane only about $1.35 here. Nick Pivetta, since joining the Red Sox, has been absolute money. He has not taken a loss yet in his Red Sox career. He was 2-0 last season, 5-0 on the year this year. And you look at this Atlanta Braves team. hasn't lived up to expectations early on this season. They're striking out not over 9 times per game, right? 2. And, I mean, well, with a lineup featuring Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman, Dansby Swanson, why wouldn't you be swing happy? The problem is that it hasn't translated to runs on the board consistently. And against a pitcher in Pivetta, who, yes, has a history with the Braves, but is also 2-0 with an ERA just over 3 at Fenway this season, holding opposing teams to a 189 batting average against, I've got to think that the Boston Red Sox continue to provide value here to win behind Pivetta. And so he's become one of the more undervalued pitchers in that rotation, and I think the Boston Red Sox keep it going tonight.
All right, Chris, going here. Boston Red Sox, $1.37, $1.40. Do your shopping here against the Boston Red Sox. MLB Extra Innings channel. Watch this one at 7:10 Eastern Time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, where we got a nice board tonight. 3 NBA playoff games. We got baseball on the board, some hockey. What do you have going on over the site?
Well, the nice thing about Pick Dogs is it's very transparent. You can see how all of us have been doing. If you look at my page, well, you can see it, the results haven't been too kind lately. It's been a lot of late beats, a lot of losses in the column. But you know what? That's nice because that just means that the turnaround is coming. We're going to bounce back. And we're going to start tonight. I'm going to get back to basics. It's Whale Bet Wednesday, 5 of my favorite plays of the week. You guys already got the Boston Red Sox, but I'm still going to have 2 of my favorite MLB of the day, as well as 2 of my favorite plays for the NBA playoff action tonight, $34.95 over at the website. Or guys, we got the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day passes that would prevent you from having to buy daily. Just log on, check your picks, then you go and put those winners in. Or, we talk about the 2-for-1 Capita. You can pair me up with anyone on the show. Myself and Tony. You can go with the host combo. You go with me and James Clark, who's been killing the NBA. Me and Big Al, who's #1 on the year. Any of us on the show tonight, or anyone on that website, you can pair us up. Or I still got those season passes, the playoff passes up there. $200 for the NBA and NHL. We still got 3 rounds of both to go. We're early in the NBA, doing really well in the NHL. Or we still have the MLB up there as well. But guys, go over and check pickdogs.com. You won't be sorry. I promise you that.
That's right, guys. Won't be sorry. Check out Pig Dogs. Maybe get on board with Chris Ruffolo for tonight. Of course, you can also go long-term with Chris. He's got that 3, 7, 30L Sports Pass. Match him up with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. 2 cappers here at a fantastic price, a reduced rate there when you go with the 2-for-1. You can match up Chris with, say, Big Al, with James Clark. Little L, of course, with Tony Brown. You pick the capper there on the 2-for-1 promo, the best value there over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time to welcome Mitch to the show. Of course, you can find Mitch over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's part of the morning show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time every single day. That's where I'm in right now. Mitch, how's it going?
It's going well, Tony. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. All right, here's the game from Mitch tonight. We're going to be going National League here. Nationals to host the Reds. MLB Extra Innings channel, 7 Eastern Time. Nat's going to lay $1.35, total of 10.
Yeah, we're laying $1.35 with the last place team in the National League East up against second to last place in the National League Central. But I believe the Reds are probably playing a little worse baseball right here. The Reds losing record on the road, while the Nationals a slight winning record at home. And Jeff Hoffman's pitching here for the Reds. They don't let just anybody pitch in Colorado, for all those years. You got to really be able to get lit up, It's like they love big, high-scoring games in Colorado. And you get a guy like Jeff Hoffman there. It's tough to let him go. He goes from the best hitter's ballpark to the second best hitter's ballpark in baseball as a member of the Reds. But he has not fared too well since his first few games. Last time out, he was okay, but overall, I think the trend is down for him. I think when we look at Ross, well, we know Joe Ross. It's not like all of a sudden it's gonna be Tim Lincecum in the Cy Young Award win year or anything. It's Joe Ross, and it's like this guy's capable of giving up 8 to 10 runs on any given night. But for the most part, Ross this year has been pretty steady Eddie. I mean, 0, 1, 2 runs in most of his outings, and that's going to be good enough in this one. He's had 2 bad outings, and really those are the ones that have damaged his ERA. He had one where he allowed 10 runs, and he had one where he allowed 8 runs, so on short work. So those short work outings, even though we're a couple months into the season at this point, and Ross is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be his 10th start. It's still, you can see the damage of that 4.1 innings, 10 runs, and then the 4 innings, 8 runs. So if you just take those 2 games right there, that's an 18 plus ERA that's being added into his average, and this is a guy that goes 4 to 5 innings, 6 on his best, in his best outing. So I just think that we're getting some good value here at Ross, and the fact that we're getting a guy with a 5.72 ERA is favored at -135. The books are begging for some Cincinnati action here.
Yeah, here with Mitch here with the Nats -135. Yeah, Chris, when you look at Joe Ross, 2 bad starts, but 4 pretty good ones.
Yeah, he's had four pretty good ones. Nationals, to me, still have a team ERA over 4, and the Reds have a bullpen ERA well up over 5, almost inching to 6. That's why I was looking at the over here. I just think you're going to have 2 productive offenses, and if they get to the later innings, Cincinnati's bullpen's prone to give up a few as well. So I was looking at the over here.
Looking at the over, although I prefer the over if this game were in Cincinnati, though. I would like, and that's why I even like the Nets better in this one here, because there's a big drop off here in scoring and production for the Reds offensively when they're away from that great American ballpark. All right, Mitch, that's the play. Nats here at -135. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I always feel like I'm on trial here on the drive-through. It's like, we'd like to hand it over. Ruffolo, your witness for the cross-examination, Actually, I really like it better at -132, but at 135, I see a little wiggle room here. It's like not as much as I would have liked it, but where exactly was Ross in the 4th inning of his last game?
Overruled.
You can't handle the Ross. It's like, yeah.
Shop for Ross.
You ordered that code red, didn't you?
Dress for us with Ross.
At Pick Dogs, we have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm going to be really excited to release some of our brand new products that you've seen lesser versions at other sites. That's the sites I can't really mention, like Covers and Action Network, that have these products that people think are spectacular. But of course, we come from the sports betting industry. We're not a hedge fund, and we're not some publicly traded company from Europe or something. We're guys that bet here in the U.S., so we know exactly the tools that you guys want and need, and we're going to be releasing similar things that monitor line movements and betting action, betting money, these types of things that we talk about all the time that people ask me about. But I want to do the product with U.S. books, and that'll be our product that we release. And we have some other things as well. Of course, we have picks for sale. I've been cold the last 3 of the last 4 days. I've been ice cold. But I've had some good runs this baseball season too. So no one on the record board for baseball is really running away with things, and no one is really falling off the map. You kind of got his churn there, with baseball. You hit 5 or 6 dogs, and you're right back in the big money. Baseball is definitely a marathon and not a sprint. We're not even at the All-Star break or remotely close. So. Also, if you sign up for a sportsbook using one of our links on the site, I give you 3 days of my premium picks for free. If you sign up for 2 sportsbooks, I give you a week, and 3 sportsbooks would be a month. By signing up, it means signing up, depositing, and making a bet. That's what they qualify as a user, so that's what I need to qualify it as well. Of course, not all states are legal at this point. As a matter of fact, most aren't. And in our audience, I know what states people are visiting our sites from. So I know that the bulk of our users are not in legal states, but we'll stay on top of it. And when your state comes legal, we'll probably have a better offer because I'll probably be able to talk Ruffolo into giving away his picks too, and I'll just pay for them, I'll just pay him for it. And probably a couple of the other guys too. It'll be easy, it's like, you're betting anyway, so you're going to get a bonus for signing up, and then we're also going to give you free premium picks on top of it and a consensus report. So I don't know. I would rather see you, because the idea is that if we can get more people to sign up through us, then we can go to the books and say, hey, you got to give our people better offers. Look at all the people that are in our community. Look at the degenerate gamblers we have compared to some of those other websites out there.
Absolutely, of course, Mitch. We always check your series every day with those best online sportsbook promotion videos.
Yeah, it's something I just started a couple weeks ago. I enjoy it. It's a little different for me than doing just straight picks, and it's kind of a little change of pace. And hopefully we'll get some new promotions to be promoting. I think we have some some of the books are starting to bend a little bit. I have a really good NBA one coming out. I'm just waiting for the link from them that has my name on it and everything so they can track me. But all that is good. Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is kind of like, with all these books going public, and then they want your business, right? I mean, it's like a casino. They never say, oh, we don't want this guy. We don't want you guys, right? It's like they're just looking for action to be on, one side or the other of the bet. That, it's like they make their money off the vig. So they don't really care, if we're going to kill them or not, because they're going to kill somebody else, the people that are betting against us. So, so you might as well make the most of it. And, like I said, it's something that we just started last week, so we'll probably, like everything we do, we'll see exactly what's going on with it and what you guys want, and we'll deliver that. But like I said, we have a bunch of new products coming out tying into this, which, like I said, things that you've seen in the past on other sites, like maybe covers possibly, or like, some of these other ones, you'll see like, a lot of things tools that I use there, matchups or, trends, things of that nature. Or we have that. We have access to like they might have like 10 trends or something. We have access. We're going to provide access to thousands. You'll be able to narrow it down to the exact type of, like, you could look at a specific trend and say, over a guy who has over 5.5 assists a game. I'm looking for a guy over 5.5 assists a game, a player prop. It'll show you all these guys, and then versus a team that they're playing, then they've had more than 3 games versus a team they're playing tonight. And you can hit that, and it'll show all the, all the guys that have done that. Stuff like that. Things. I mean, nothing's going to guarantee, that you automatically win, but there are certain tools and certain things that we look for, because we're bettors, we know what we need. These other people, they're trying to onboard you, It's like, I don't care if we're on board or not. It's like, you're already on board. We know that.
Absolutely.
Got news for you. You're already on board.
When I look at the schedule, we're actually 3 months and 1 day away from the start of college football. So this is the time to get your books ready and ready to fire. That's you want to.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it's good. I mean, Tony is usually into this stuff, and it's gonna be interesting to see. And I was gonna run this by you, like, because New York is talking about next year, going legal, and we saw Illinois say the same thing this past year, that they were going to be after, and then all of a sudden the start of NFL season came and Illinois was live, right?
Yeah.
I think if New York and Florida, I would not be shocked if all of a sudden, they were kicking off the kickoff classic, for college football, and the Gators are playing, and, someone's booking action down there.
Yeah,
wouldn't shock me.
Would not be surprised whatsoever. All right, guys. Mitch, as always, great having your show. We'll keep up on the news. We'll check out the show every morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, as you update everybody on all the games and, of course, any sportsbook news that happen to pop in.
We'll have to get you a gavel, for the Ruffolo,
Yeah, that's right. We got to get him. We got to get him a gray wig. A gray wig would be nice too.
Yeah, you can change my nameplate at the bottom to like Judge Foodie or something like that.
It's like, did you see John Morant miss that layup against the Nuggets?
All right, Mitch, have a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Mitch here on
Aloha,
the drive.
Everyone. Thank you.
Aloha.
Thanks for having me on the show. I enjoy it.
All right, Mitch here. All right, guys, a reminder, after my pick, we're going to go ahead and do the recap. And by the way, we do have James's Clark premium pick. If you're not in the chat room, we'll go ahead and we'll cover that in the recap. So remind me, Chris, about that if I won't miss it. I'd send my fresh in my head. Now it's time for my pick. And we're going to go ahead and pick the game tonight between the Giants and the Diamondbacks here. The Giants down to a $1.13 favorite, total of 9:40 Eastern time. MLB Extra Innings channel. I'm going to continue to pick on this Arizona Diamondback team because I think they're just a terrible team. On the hill for San Francisco will be Johnny Cueto. Right-handers, well, he's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his past 5 starts. Past 3 starts against the D-backs, 3 earned runs in 19 and a third innings of work, so he's actually pitched well against the D-backs. Merrill Kelly will counter for the Diamondbacks. 6 earned runs allowed, past 2 starts, 13 and a third innings. But of course, opening this series, the D-backs had lost 8 straight. Well, make it 9 straight because El Ninos was right. Take them on the run line, and they came through with the Giants coming through here. Past 10 games, they're hitting only 189. Their bullpen ERA is over 6. Giants outperforming the D-backs in both of those areas. I'm going to take the Giants here at minus 113, Chris.
I can't disagree, but I'm going to lean towards the under here as well. I just look at Johnny Cueto, his career success against the Diamondbacks. 11-3 with a I believe just an ERA just above 3 or just under 3, and the Diamondbacks, like you said, is just a step down for the Giants. But the thing is, I just don't see the Diamondbacks being able to hit off of Cueto, and I just don't know if the Giants are going to want to pummel Arizona 2 days in a row. I mean, sure, they would want to, but it's just a matter of maybe they'll take their foot off the gas, win the game, but I still think they're going to pile on the run, so I was looking at the under in this one.
All right, Chris looks under. I look at the Giants, minus 113 against the D-backs. This one at 9:40 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Unique Channel. I have a 3-pack going right now over at Pig Dogs Premium, so check it out. I'm also part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion at Pig Dogs Premium, so match me up with one of the cappers there. Let's go on, continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to go ahead and do the recap of tonight's show. I think we lost Anna. She's back with us. All right, we started here with Joe Duffy, but instead of Joe Duffy, I've got Rod Zawacki, who came through here with a pick. WNBA take the Aces Mercury under 167.5. We'll get to James Clark at the end of the recap. All right, it was Joe D'Amico, Wizards +8 against 76ers. McMordie, Knicks -2 against the Hawks. And Grizzlies +10 against the Jazz. Shane, Dodgers, Astros under 8. James, Padres -121 against Brewers. Chris, Blue Jays +130. No, it's not. He's on the Red Sox here. The Red Sox minus, I think we said it was about -137. Chris, was that the number?
137.
137 here against the Atlanta Braves. Blue Jays, Yankees are rained out. Mitch was on Nats -135 against the Reds. Yours truly, Giants -113 against the D-backs. And okay, let's go ahead and look for James Clark's pick. I'm going to go ahead and put that up for you right now. I've got to scroll back to it. He came in here with his game here, and just want to see if I can find it over here.
It was I believe I saw it was the New York Knicks on the money line.
There we go. Yep, I wanted to put that up there so the viewers can watch it. Here's his play. It's the Knicks, the money line from James Clark. That's his premium pick. As we appreciate those likes with those thumbs up, and he came through with the pick, as we said, Knicks money line from James Clark against Atlanta Hawks. All right, let's go start with Chris. Then your pick. Which one do you like the best?
I'll tell you, back when we were on the morning show, we occasionally had that pick that you wish you made a premium. I wish I made Ant's pick a premium with the Grizzlies +10 with that line just going up. I think that's way too many points.
Yeah, I think
me too.
I think if the drive-thru had one of those like premium shows, that would probably be on here. All right, Ann, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, it's funny. I actually like Chris's the best. The Blue Jays, great value right there with the Yankees.
Too bad it rained out.
Rained out. I had it on mute. You just said that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mitch's then. I like the Nationals.
Nationals -135. I'm going to go with Big Al. I like it now even better with James on it. Knicks laying 2 against the Hawks here, as we'll look for Barrett and Randall to go off here on the Atlanta Hawks to even up this series. All right, that'll do it for another edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Of course, we'll have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving you live free sports picks from the primetime games. All right, let's bring our crew for tonight. We have a good night. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m.